Hello and welcome to my island. I hope your time here is a little bit of peace in your regular day. I am brand new. This is my first video to YouTube, and so I thought I would introduce myself a little bit. Eventually, hi. Eventually, I will get that whole app thing on my phone where I can do those without pulling up the ring, but I don't have that yet. So, in order to, I'm going to do this for a sec. I'll just do a little yoga talking to you. I love the yoga reaction. All the new reactions are so awesome. Okay, so I decided that an island tour was a good way to start. You'll get to know me a little bit with the island tour. My island is not finished. It is not polished and it is not beautiful. And I'm okay with that. You're just going to have to roll with it. It is what it is. Like, look at this room. I have books on the floor and a big old pipe in the middle of the room. Didn't used to look like that. But there is something else you can see to kind of get an idea about me. And that is all the photos on the wall. So my main focus as I play Animal Crossing is on villagers. I love the villagers. I love to become friends with them. That was really fast and makes people dizzy. I'm sorry about that. I gotta learn to slowly. I should probably just stop. Close your eyes. I gotta spin quick. I think that went slower when I tried to go quick. I love getting to know them and hitting the different levels of friendship and getting to the point where I have their photos. So that's my main goal. That's why I have a bunch of photos throughout my house. I tried to put them all on these walls and I ran out of room, so I have a few more in other rooms. But I decided most island tours end in the house, but I want to start in the house just to be contrary. So here is, what is this room? I have another island, so I got to remember. I think this is my kitchen. It is my kitchen. I love this kitchen. I love the Turkey Day stuff. It is so great. I love that pot, especially for anybody who grew up in the 70s. That was the color of everything in every kitchen. That orange and a green. And I actually have a teapot that looks like that, but I love that. I love this. And I love these new art pieces that I got recently, the mom's art. And you can customize them to make them look like this. You get one and then you decide what it looks like. So this one especially, I might get a little teary here. My mom was an artist. She passed away a few years ago. And she actually painted a piece that looks kind of like that. She painted a pink rose one too, but this one reminds me of art. And it makes me happy. Okay, out we go. It's a very untraditional kitchen. I have not spent a ton of time on this house. In the past, I've decorated my houses a whole lot more, but I just kind of found things that fit that room and put them in that room. Okay, so this is my bedroom, and those three pictures are duplicates. So I had those characters on a different island and got their photos, and then I brought all my photos with me because, hello, photos. But I love them. And so I got them again and I got their photos. Obviously, I have not redecorated my room for a while because I still have my Christmas stockings. And I'm kind of a slob in here too. I have what to do with found items. If you are not... Okay, so I always returned the found items. But because I feel guilty, I'm like, this is hers, so I need to give it back to her. But I was time skipping, which let me just say, as we get to the time skipping issue that there's still a huge debate about a year later. I played 6 months and 2 islands with 0 time skipping. So I've done the no time skipping thing and I've done the time skipping thing. And right now I'm in the time skipping thing and I am cool with that. If you're not cool with that, that's okay. Get your feelings. You can even tell me in the comments, but don't swear because it's family friendly. Anyway, when you're time skipping, sometimes you pick something up and then you're going to go to the next day in 2 minutes. And you don't have time to run around and find that person, so you end up with these little found items. And you can't put them in your storage. So pretty much all you can do, unless you want to carry them with you, is drop them. And I don't have anywhere to decorate with these right now, although I love having this one there. It's kind of like my bullet journal. And I kind of feel like this one might be my scriptures, although it shouldn't be on the floor. It's my scriptures. Anyway, got to figure out Yeah, I gotta figure out something else to do with that. I wish we could put more stuff on or in things. I wish I could put something on or in this or my piano or whatever. Anyway, there's my room. That's a little detour. Sometimes I go off a little bit. Just come with me. It'll be fun. Take a little ride. Okay, this one. Okay, this one's my bathroom. And this is not at all how I would decorate a bathroom or how I decorated my bathrooms in my other islands. But when I got that wallpaper, I love this wallpaper. It has zero real use, right? There's nowhere anybody in a regular house would use this. If you're going to have a themed room, then it makes sense. But I wanted to use it, and I wanted to use the cloud flooring. So this is just my little makeshift pretend bathroom. Very simple. And I have the mirror right there, which my other villager came and visited and was able to use this mirror to change his hairstyle. So you can use other people's mirrors, stuff like that, because he didn't have a mirror yet. Okay, we're gonna go, let's go downstairs first. As we started, I've done basements so completely differently on each island. This one quickly became a toy room as we got all the Christmas Toy Day stuff. There are a couple things that aren't Toy Day, like the Hula Girl and the Paper Tiger and the little, oh, what's that horse called? A Dala horse? I don't know. If you have these toys and haven't played with them, you should know that they all kind of do something. Lights come on, the book opens, the dinosaurs move, the puppies move. Let's see. Oh, the racetrack. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it all. And this is where I started putting my extra photos. Now, some of these are from an island I started on my Switch Lite. I have a problem. I have a problem with Animal Crossing. I have played the game for almost 2,000 hours. I don't know what yours is. If you go out to your profile, you can find out when you play Animal Crossing. It'll tell you. But since April 20th, so we got a month after it dropped, I have played close to 2,000 hours. And I love the early game, right? So I've restarted this island twice, and I have flattened and completely rebuilt this island. That's what I have right now, the flattened and then rebuilt island. So on one of my, so then I made a lot of progress, and I didn't want to lose my progress. But I wanted to, I should be doing yoga again, so I'm not just standing here. But I wanted to restart because I love the early game. And since I am a married woman of 51 with adult kids, we have a little bit more flexible income than most people who might be playing this, because I know a lot of people are young, early 20s, or still at home and mom and dad are paying for everything. You might not have this option, but I had the option to buy a Switch Lite, and I bought a Switch Lite. And on my first, I'm on my second island on my Switch Lite. My Switch Lite I bought purposely so I could restart. I could play for a while, and then I just restart, and I play for a while, and I just restart. So those, let's see, those from like there to here are from my first Switch Lite island. But I earned all of them, so I brought them here. Those are some I've earned recently. And eventually this room will get full, and I can actually consolidate those a little bit, have a little bit more space. But that was a long story about why I have a lot of photos. Again, I'll teach you how to do that someday. Now, upstairs. This is the room that if it were my house, I'd probably, unless I were laying in my bed, I'd want to hang out in. This is my little meditation room. Now you'll notice there is nothing on the walls except for the TV, because it's where you do yoga. Sometimes you need it. See, I got my little switch and my, what do we call that? Fit ring? Ring fit? I don't know what it is. But anyway, in case you want to work out up here. But other than that, it's just empty, because that helps you calm. Mind is more calm when it has fewer things to look at. Little incense, little metronome, in case you want to use that for your meditation, regulate your breathing. That's my house. That's my whole house. Probably not ever going to change it, because it's other focus. Now, as far as where we're going to go from here, I have 2 pipes elsewhere on the island. We're going to go in the pipe, and wherever it takes us, that's where we're going to start next. If you have got these pipes, tell me how much you love them. I can't imagine anyone has gotten them and not loved them. Okay, so this brought us up to the top of one of my cliffs. Oh, I shook this out earlier. Pick it up. What a slob. Don't you hate when you get stuck behind a tree? Okay, so this is my second character. I made him very recently. He's new. His name is Yoshi. Little Japanese boy. I actually just pulled up the characters that you can use for your icon and scrolled through and saw Yoshi and chose Yoshi's name. That's all. That's how I chose his name, because, you know, thinking of a name just is too much work. So this is up on the top. I will show you other parts in a minute, but let's go down here for a sec. So this is my little forced perspective view. Looks like there's those little cars at the lighthouse. Anyway, those little cars are from Pocket Camp. I do not have Pocket Camp. My daughter earned those in Pocket Camp and gave them to me. Now, there is stuff over here, but you're going to see that later. How far can I go before something? I think I'm okay. So you've got this little pond river thing that if it moves it out, like if it only has one end that's enclosed, if it's not completely enclosed, it's considered a river. So even though it kind of starts looking like a pond at the top, it's actually a river. And then it kind of goes over here, and then that's what's going to lead into the other stuff. So we'll look at that in a minute. So, oh, let me show you one other thing real quick. So if you come up here, you'll notice that Yoshi has a little workbench. As soon as I can, I build and put these workbenches everywhere on my island. I have so many because then I don't have to run back and figure it out. Now, all of this stuff up here, I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. So, balloon. Get it real quick. Yep. Nice. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do on these cliffs yet, so they're just full of a whole bunch of weeds. And my beaches, I have done them on past islands. Right now they are empty. Nothing there, except for flowers. Now, if anybody's new, because I know a lot of people got these, got the game for Christmas, flowers will not grow on the beach. So if you want to save flowers, but you don't want them reproducing, put them on the beach. Now, these are my blue roses. And I was adamant to breed all the flowers, which I have done, and there's a place on my island where I have one of each. And it took me so long to grow blue roses, as anyone will tell you. That's the most complicated and difficult flower to get in the game. Took me so stinking long, and then I put a couple up on a cliff and forgot about them, and then I got a whole bunch. This is not even all of them. I have a bunch of them somewhere else till I figure out what to do with them. I have decorated with them probably as much as I'm going to, and now I have these, and I'm thinking I should probably see if somebody wants them, because I don't want them. Now, I have plenty of money, so I have this habit of either not burying my money tree or burying it and just leaving it. So you'll probably see money trees all over my island. They're just gonna stay there. Here is my campground. I love my little campground. It's on the lake. I actually am a camper. I love to camp, but I only camp in the mountains if I can help it. I live in a mountainous area, so it's not tough to camp in the mountains. Camping by a lake is fine. I do not want to camp anywhere hot. I like it cool. So this actually feels like somewhere I would camp. Something else you need to know about me. Oh, there's a fossil up there. I'll have Yoshi get it later. Something you need to know about me and my island. And this might be different from everybody else. I don't know. My island is a conservationist island. You will not, like, I see people tour and they like turn the water on and then they run away, or they leave the water on all the time. Not on my island, baby. We do not leave the water on. Sometimes I'll leave a fire going because it kind of sets the mood and lets that stand out, but not the water. Never the water. Anyway, so this feels like somewhere I would actually camp. Although I've never seen a tiny library at the campground. There should be one. I'm just saying. If you wanted to fish, you can actually get in here. When I first built that, you couldn't, and then my daughter came over and she was like, sit there though. So I had to adjust things. There's my house. Sorry. House. I want it to feel as woodsy and mountainy as possible. More wood and woods. Now, Whose house is this? This is Grizzly's house. Why is this Grizzly's house? Because he is my favorite. Favorite of everything. I won't go into everybody's house. I just wanted to see him and say hi. Hi, Grizzly. Oh my gosh. Can I just tell you, those glasses. He looks adorable. See if he'll see me this time. Hey, Grizzly. Now, the crankies, sometimes they don't wave, but they give you that little smile and close their eyes. And, oh, the whole question mark when you don't say anything, that you don't lose points for that either. I used to be like, wait, if I go in there and I don't talk to them, is that a problem? No, it's not a problem. They just give you that weird look and then nothing. Okay, so now, see how I said my island was not finished? It's just a mess. That's okay. I don't have a problem with it. All this was set out because I was going to decorate these cliffs. And I got a little bit, and then I had to do other stuff. So I just dropped it all here because it's in the right spot, and because it took me so much time to think and come up with what I might want to have with me, that if I put it all in my storage, then I'm going to go have to think again. And nobody wants to think if they don't have to, right? So this dock, I just put the dock on here. And I like it because it gets me a little further out on my lake and I can see my house. Isn't that pretty? Wouldn't you love to live here? Yes, you would. I wanted the lake big enough that it felt really big. And it does. It feels very, very big. Like if you tip, you can't see anything. It's hard to see my house from this side. If you will look at my map, you can see it's a huge chunk of my island. And I wanted it that big because I love it. I think it's cool. Actually, my brother has a cabin that's very close to a lake. Not that close, but kind of like his lake. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Okay, there's my campground, and then we just have cliffs there, and we got our little beach with nothing. These trees may or may not stay here. They're just trees that I threw down because I needed to put them somewhere. Or lilies. Okay, now, this is gonna be something you hear a couple of times. This peninsula that's adorable is totally copied from somebody else, and I couldn't find the name. It was I saw somebody doing a tour on a YouTube video, and I did a little capture because I was like, that's perfect for my peninsula, and this is before I knew I was going to show it off. So if I figure it out, I will put it in the description, I guess, sometime. Sorry, if it's you, let me know. And then this is my little art display outside of my museum. And yes, there's a little fossil over there. It's very hard to get to, and I decided just to leave it there because it's a museum. So just a few little things. And then if you stand right here and you look up, you can see a dinosaur. What? Or a dragon. Maybe he's a dragon. I love dragons. Okay, so up there, there's actually something up there, and I need to come up with a better way to get there, but I'm all out of inclines. So right now, it's just a private rooftop experience. You have to find the right spot to go up. So look, it's just a little overlook, a little calm place to sit above the museum and looking out over the lake. Uh-oh, I'm not going to go to that balloon. That balloon's way too far away to get to. I'll try to get all the balloons, but not if it's that far away. Anyway, so it's just some flowers and trees and whatever. It's a little pretty place to hang out. And we go. Each some more. Gotta run around your little things. It's a problem with setting them out. You gotta run around them. Okay, these tulips, they're gonna be beautiful somewhere. I don't know where yet. Come back here, see all the money trees. Okay, this is my Able sisters, and I have not decorated up there, and I have not decorated over here. It's gonna be cute when I do, I'm sure. And this is really simple right now. I may just leave it like that. I am a minimalist at heart, so just simple without a lot of stuff in it. I mean, it's pretty, but it doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff in it, and I was dying to use this somewhere. I love that statue. And then if you come over here, there's like a little place to go have your tea while you wait for your friends to shop. My daughter likes to do this. Just bounce around on the things. Can't go any further and you can't go around, but you can go this way. So, okay, oops. Hey, you see the flowers behind me? And on this side, oops, I gotta go over here. And there, those, if you go all the way around this section, those are one of every flower. And I wanted to have them kind of aside away from everything else because, in theory, I might have a flower color scheme that I have island-wide. But these are just going to be one of everything because That's what I did, and it means a lot to me, and I don't ever want to let them go. I actually brought them from my island. Oh, I'm gonna go this way just so you can see. So if you go this way, then you're at the lake. And more cliffs that are not done, obviously. Now, this section right here has nothing except for that thing, and in the flyover, it's this big empty section. And I think most of us pay attention to what our flyover looks like, and I'm trying to figure it out. This section and this over here, I just added some trees and pathing here, but it was just big and empty, and it's hard to figure out. It's not the whole small spaces thing, because I know everybody has problems with that. It's when it's part of your walking path. It's part of the place that I run, so it's not like I can just put a bunch of things there, because then I'm just going to be bumping into everything as I go, but you know. Okay, now we are back to the airport, the coins, and Nooks. This little fortune cookie cart is also from Pocket Camp, and it's right in front of the drop box, but if you just push it one, then you can still get to the drop box if you need it. So I just do that if I need it. I don't need the drop box very often anyway. What is this? This is a Tardis. Well, Doctor Who Tardis, because you gotta have that. And then here's my little, I just did this. Those papers are there just because the ground was too bare. It's such a tricky thing to have enough and not too much. That's all. I am, just so you know, I am absolutely not in real life or in game a decorator, either inside or outside by nature. So all of this, yeah, Yoshi's gonna come back. Uh-oh, gotta move that flower. Oh, when it rains and you get flowers everywhere, gotta go clean them all up. Ugh. Anyway, I watch so many videos and trying to get inspiration and learn from people, and then I just do a little bit at a time. Like the area where I have those cliffs and I set all that stuff out, I really have to wait till I'm inspired, because it's so hard for me. So I don't do anything for a long time, and then this is just my little people camping on the beach. And then I'll come and I'll work and work and work, and then I'll put it aside and not work on it for a really long time. Okay, this is how I used my my river mouth. I didn't want it to go through the whole thing. I'm going to just pull up the map because I want to go clear up there. See how it just goes up to that cliff that we just ran around? That's just it, up there at the top. Let's see if we can see it this way. It's so tricky to get everything in view, isn't it? Okay, see? So there's just like a little pond thing. Let's turn that off. Oops. Seriously. Okay. Wow, filter. I never use the filter. How do I fix that? Sorry. Back to the... Okay. There we go. I am still in film mode. Okay. So if you go over there, that is where it just looks like a closed pond, and it comes to the river mouth. Because you can't move the river mouth, but you want to work around it. So that's how I did that. I'm still in there. Okie dokie. And then we have just a bunch more flowers and still a whole lot of nothing. I have decorated my pier sometimes, other workbench, but not this time. And then behind here, that one's headed out to sea. I'm not going to make that. Behind here, I have a little, it's kind of like where I grow things I may need sometime. I have the pumpkins in case I need some gifts to give out, because a stack of pumpkins is a good gift, or for some other reason. So I just have these few. Sometimes I'll pick them, sometimes I won't. The purple hyacinths are in case you want to make a hyacinth lamp. The green mums are because I think that's one of the flowers that I want to decorate with a lot, so I'll just dig those out of there and let them reproduce there. I put a clear design, let me show you, just an empty design right here so that they don't spread. It just, can't see it, but it makes it so the flowers don't spread. And then this has all the flowers it takes to make a garden wagon. So I always have the ability to make a garden wagon right there. And then these are the purple windflowers because I love them and I want to decorate with them as well. Now I'm gonna make a bunch of people freak out because I'm gonna dig that up. And then I'm gonna close it because I don't need the money. And you dig it up and you put stuff in it, you know what you gotta do? You gotta figure out where to plant the trees. I just don't have room. Okay, so this little area, just recent, kind of cute. I wanted it to kind of feel like it went on the beach. I don't know if the bamboo really works for that, but the bamboo and the coconut together were working together. Hey, Gulliver. Probably won't see him either. I did the Gulliver thing every single time for months and months and months, but I don't need it anymore. So if I have time, then maybe I do, but not always. This is just a little private place to dine on the beach, and it has some coconut lamps to fill in the spaces because you can't plant your coconut trees right on top of each other, and some bamboo shoot lamps just to make it pretty at nighttime. That's Poppy's house, the horse. And then this over here is Pudge's house. I'm not gonna go in, but first it was Poppy's house, the squirrel, which is why it has all the red and white. And then it was Cherry's house, because I felt like she still kind of fit there. His house doesn't fit there, but he won't stay forever. And then I have this little house up on a cliff by itself. Who is that? That's our little superstar. Hey, Raymond. Is it crisp? Sure, why not? What's he gonna say? Did you know we had a visitor? Someone by the name of Cody? What? Somebody by the name of Cody? I don't think... What? Oh! Okay, so my daughter was playing Yoshi for a little while, and maybe one of her extra characters is named Cody, because I haven't had anybody come over. Have you noticed his cute little teeth when he talks? They're so cute. Ultimate eventuality. Yeah, I think that was probably one of my daughter's alter egos. Thanks, Raymond. So this little hill up there, which is a total use of an incline. That incline is devoted just to that one house. That used to be Piper, the bird, and I just feel like it fit her because she was up on a hill. Okay, let's go up here. Show you this. This is just, of course, had to try the little Sunken Waterfall thing. And put that blue rose down there because at the time I wanted it. Now I don't want it, and it's going to be a pain. Take it out. But that's another one of those things. Just decorating, not my thing. Not important enough to me to go through the trouble on any regular day. I used to not be able to get through there, and it made me crazy. Okay, so this one is, what's his name? Her name. His name. Derwin's house. It was Molly's house. I built this for Molly. She's gone now. Hey, Kurt. I have already gone through my whole island today and did my dailies and talked to everybody. So this is just a space that I didn't have any plans for, so I just kind of made a park. I know other people have different things that they do. They're like, oh, you have an empty space, put some seating, which I sometimes do. But my default is park space. I think I'm a nature lover, and I'm all about more green space. That's why a lot of my stuff isn't fully decorated. Now this, hey Grizz, still wearing that ugly sweater. This, obviously a little land bridge, and I tried to make the river, make it look like the river went under it, which you can only do a little bit because you can't get rid of that grass. But whatever, close enough. Okay, so this little land bridge, I knew I wanted a land bridge when I rebuilt, and I love it. And I love the rusted jail bars on the side. This house was Julia's house, Julia the peacock, and she is blue and green primarily. And so I felt like this really fit her, but she left. This is Rocket, who is in boxes today. She's leaving. So I will be doing a villager hunt soon, and I will film that. But I just love the decoration. So unless something happens and I really have to redecorate it, I'm not going to change it. Being the lack of decorator, I will not redecorate once I've created an area, whether it fits them or not, probably. This was Pico's house, which is why there's a cherry blossom thing here. And it's Stella now, and I love her. Suddenly have started loving the sheep. It's a new thing. Kurt's house, another fossil. This is Kurlos's house, but it was Fauna's house, which is why there's a little reading area with a light and a little tiny library, because Fauna is a reader. It seems a little weird for Kurlos because he's not, but he can be. I'm hoping. Give him books, maybe he will be. Let's see. I think we got all of that over there. So there's an entrance this way from several different areas into the residential services. Now, this cool, awesome surround of residential services is totally not my design. This is from a creator called little.river.academy, I think. I will put her Instagram in the description. But I saw it on a YouTube video. I think it was on a like a 15 ways to do your residential services by Lex Play. I love watching her things. And when I first got it, I even went to her Dream Island and like took pictures, and I copied it almost to the square. I have since changed it up a bit, and I do plan to change it more. But I want her to have credit because the bulk of this is definitely her design. I knew I wanted a sunken resident services, but I didn't want it just square. So I was looking for the inspiration, and that's what I took. Anyway, I love being able to go up right here to my Nook's Cranny, or out here to all my different places. So I think we're on our last little area. We go down this way, and this is Dom's house. It was Deli's house first, and Deli is a little monkey, and if you haven't had him, you should have him. He's adorable. I'm not a fan of the lazy characters usually, but it fits him very well. And I felt like he needed to be by the ocean and kind of I feel like he's a party animal. Deli was, and it fits Dom. So he has his little music over here, little party music, and he has little parties over here, and they drink their little fruit stuff, hopefully just their fruit stuff, and wink wink. Or you just hang here and you take a little nap because you're just chilling, because you're just that cool. Now, a little key for my island, is tiny for my island, but for other islands that do island tours, if there is a ladder, probably there's a place you will need to climb. And if you're visiting a dream island, if there's a ladder, they've probably provided you with a ladder somewhere, but you have to find it. I always leave mine by residential services. Always, 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 because I want it to be easy to find. Here, since it's the only place you can do it, there's a ladder right there that you can grab. It's dropped. Now, on this one, where those little planks are is where you go up. This section I'm getting to is absolutely completely ripped off from somebody else, and I'll cover that when I get there. This is another section that I just don't know what I'm doing, so I let the weeds grow. And people complain when they time travel and they're like, oh, then I have to pick all the weeds. I love picking the weeds. It's part of why I like the early game. So then you go this way, and look, you can see those little planks, so you know that you climb up here. What is that? What's over there? Oh my goodness. That's like treasure. That's like my secret beach. How do you get there? Well, you go down here, and you jump, and you jump, and you look at that one, and you're like, I don't think I can jump that far. You can. And you jump, and then you take your ladder, and you go down. And that's the only way you can get in here. Dang it, another balloon I can't get to. Sorry, guys. That's the only way you can get into this section. I guess you could swim. But other than swimming, that's the only way you can get in here. And then you come over here and you talk to Red or whatever. I call this my Pirate Cove because it just feels like it should be piratey. And this little thing right here, you know what it is? Know what it is? It's a treasure chest, because that's what you bury when you're a pirate. Okay, you can't go up on those other ones either. This is the only way, and it's so fun, and I love it. And I have tweaked it just a tiny bit, but not much. It's almost completely his design. Oh, I didn't tell you. His name is Michael from Raftel, and I will link his stuff too. The last creator, it sounds like her Dream Island has since been taken off. I know I might be able to get that balloon, but there's nowhere for it to land, so I'm not even going to try. Yeah, not going to chase that. But this guy, I think his Dream Island is still there, so I'll put that too. And then when you go this way, we are back over to Yoshi's house and back to our pipe. Let's see, did we get everything? I think we got everything. We got there, we got there, we got there. I would think I would be able to tour my own island well. Okay, we're calling that good. I hope that's good. Let's see where we go. See if we can go home. Now, the thing with the pipes, if you only have 2, you're just going to go between 1 and 2. Yeah, see, we went to the airport area. I had to do the coins. Let's see if we can get home. Because if you have more than 2, then it's going to be random. I could go back to the cliff. Or I could end up at home. Yay, I'm home. Okay, so this is where we started. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed my island. And I don't know, maybe you got some inspiration, probably from somebody else that I already copied. But that's okay. That's how it works. We're all in this together. So we are going to call that a video. And I will talk to you later.